What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
The cast of After and After We Collided looked much different, and we almost wound up with Daniel Sharman in the role of Hardin, Josephine playing Molly, and Darren Barnett in the role of Trevor. Want to know how all of this almost happened? In that case, keep watching because here are the 10 actors who were almost cast in After. Let's dive right into it, shall we? Number 10. Daniel Sharman was Anna's first pick for the role of Hardin. As you already know, Anna Todd first wrote After on Wattpad, and after getting more than 500,000 reads on this hot and steamy teen romance, major publishers were lining up to create her story. So you can just imagine all of the fuss that was created when she had announced that her first book will be turned into a movie. Fans went nuts, and there was major speculation. When the casting process began, Anna attended all of the auditions. At first, she wanted to have Daniel Sharman play the role of the bad boy Hardin Scott, who was renamed from Harry Styles for the purpose of the movie. We like him, he was hot, and he was a good actor, so we patiently waited while the rest of the cast was assembled. However, some problems arose on the set. You see, Daniel didn't accept the role, and the search continued. We thought we would never find a hot enough Hardin. Number 9. But then, Greg Sulkin got to play Hardin. The savior was finally here. Again, we thought they would never find as good a match as Daniel, but we were wrong. Greg Sulkin stepped in the role, and he even started sharing a lot of photos and tweets on his social media, where he was talking about playing the role of bad boy Hardin Scott in the new After movie. For example, this photo with the tattoo sleeve told pretty much the whole story. The star then went on to Twitter and asked fans to talk about After. At this point, everyone who was a fan of the book pretty much knew with certainty who would be playing the role of Hardin. Greg even auditioned for the role and everything. However, we all know now that this wasn't the case. That's because when photos began surfacing online about Greg playing Hardin, Anna was still on the lookout for someone better. And that's when she came across Hero Fiennes-Tiffin. Todd immediately fell in love with the actor, walked out of the audition, and told the casting directors to call her when they've signed the contract with Hero. Yeah, that's how much she liked him.
I like it better on you. And what does a high school kid do to deserve you?
Number 8. Chloe Grace Moritz was rumored to play Tessa. Would it still be considered showbiz if there wasn't a lot of speculation and rumors? Of course it wouldn't. That's why fans began theorizing that Chloe Grace Moritz would smash that like button if you haven't done so already. But fans were theorizing about her being a great fit for the role of Tessa in the new and upcoming movie. Now, we would have loved to see the child vampire from Let Me In play Tessa, because we know how talented she really is, but it seems like Anna Todd didn't really share our opinion. She went through a lot of Tessas before finding the one, and it obviously wasn't Chloe. But hey, maybe it was because her brother is also her agent, and he wouldn't want seeing his little sister getting into all of those sexy love scenes with a stud like Hero Fiennes-Tiffin. Number 7. There was another rumor about Emma Roberts playing Tessa. Cosmo wouldn't be Cosmo if they didn't lead the forefront of rumors. Here, they've talked about a bunch of actresses that would be great in the role of Tessa, and Emma Roberts was actually one of them. Now, we don't know how Cosmo looks at things, but we would have to say that we don't think she would have been a really good fit for Tessa. For one, she's made her fame by starring in American Horror Story. Her acting was impeccable. That's partly the reason the show's been so popular. However, appearing in a horror show and then taking on a leading role in a teenage romance movie with a lot of nudity and sex scenes wouldn't feel like the right fit. But what do you think? Would Emma be a good fit to play Tessa? Or do you think that Josephine is irreplaceable when it comes to that role?
I've missed this.
Number 6. Josephine Langford was supposed to play Molly. That's right, the actress who we thought was irreplaceable was almost replaced for the role of Tessa. In fact, Josephine Langford was on plane when she first read about the auditions for the movie After, based on the Wattpad book she had read a few chapters from. Thinking this would be an easy steal, she prepared for the role of Molly, the one that actually ruined Hardin and Tessa's relationship. She did a good job during the audition, but the author of the book saw something else in her, proving once again that Anna has impeccable taste. As soon as she saw Josephine, she knew that she would be her future Tessa. The author even said that she felt a special casting click between her and Hero, so choosing her for the role of Tessa was actually a no-brainer. Number 5. Evan Peters was chosen by fans to play Hardin. He's got one of the most watched movie scenes from X-Men where he played Quicksilver. And don't forget about all of his different roles in American Horror Story. We know he would have done an amazing job playing this role, but there's only one question. Would he be able to beat Hero's stud factor? Evan is good looking and everything. He's got a full head of hair and he's got those big lips that Tessa loves to kiss. But how would his body compare to the Adonis-like figure of Hardin? We suppose he could hit the gym before appearing in the movie. Number 4. Fans wanted to see Lorde's Leon playing Steph. Fans were so obsessed with the book that they even started theorizing about secondary characters. For example, they even got to talking about who should be playing Steph, Tessa's roommate at college. So, who did they want for the role? Well, this came a little bit as a shock to us, but they actually wanted to see Lorde's Leon, Madonna's daughter, portraying Steph in After. From what we know, she's more of a model than an actual actress. After a little digging around, we found that she actually played a character by the name of Rizzo in Grease. And just like Steph, she was rebellious. And here we are thinking that this is an unimportant character. Number 3. Sophie Turner, the fan favorite, to play Tessa. We don't know if the Queen of the North would be up for a role in a modern romantic drama, but hey, the fans want what the fans want. Even though this would have changed the entire dynamic of the movie, we think that Sophie would have done a fantastic job. After all, she did play an innocent girl in Game of Thrones in the first few seasons. Why wouldn't she be able to pick up where she left off? She did become a badass in the end, but those acting skills didn't die alongside the naive character that was Sansa Stark. But when you have to produce a movie with $14 million as a budget, then you know that it's going to be really difficult landing such an established star. Number 2. Darren Barnett was supposed to play effing Trevor. Darren Barnett was actually being considered for the role of Trevor Matthews, which we all know as effing Trevor. Thanks, Hardin.
Trevor! Oh my God.
But seriously, Darren almost took the role from under Dylan's nose. He was so close to getting the role that he started sharing the news on his Instagram profile. Celebrating too early is never a good idea, and Barnett learned this lesson the hard way. Anna was surely not going to miss the opportunity of getting the once-famous actor Dylan Sprouse. He was probably great during the audition because we already saw how good he was in the movie. Although they had their disagreements with Hardin, we would have to say in real life these two became really close friends. Number 1. Julia Goldani Teles almost played Tessa Young. And finally, we come to the one decision that almost changed the entire After movie. You see, in the beginning of the casting period, Anna wanted to find exactly the right people for the job. That's why the studio had to go through an extensive casting process. Finally, one of the main characters had been found. On May 8, 2018, Julia Goldani Teles was officially cast to play the role of Tessa Young. A huge boulder had been lifted off of Todd's chest. She had finally found her perfect couple. But God really likes to play games with us. Just before the shooting was supposed to start, they realized that Julia's schedule didn't fit with the shooting schedule of After. This meant that she would soon be quitting the show. They issued another audition, and that's when they found Josephine Langford. And thank God they did, because Hero and Joe are actually a perfect on-screen couple. And on that note, we end this video. But hey, could you ever imagine any of these actors replacing Hero and Josephine? You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.